Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Here at Heritage Automotive, experience the difference. With our great sales department, service department, and parts department. Now offering up to $10,000 off on all Chevy and GMC Model 1500s.
And we have over 30 lenders with some of the best rates in the market.
Hi, it's Tag with Heritage Automotive. We want you to know when it comes to your vehicle, you deserve help, not hassle. With our 30 plus years of experience of being your local dealership, we're here to serve you. So whether it's routine maintenance, mechanical repairs, collision repairs, we're here to help. So give us a call today to schedule your service.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody to Gayland Field here in Loretto, Tennessee. As we're here for today's matchup between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers. As the Mustangs, they come in this ball game 11-3 overall, 2-0 within their district as they defeated Lewis County earlier this past few weeks ago. Mount Pleasant, they are 6-7 overall, and they are 0-2 within the district after suffering 2 losses to the Summertown Eagles just a few weeks ago. And starting things off on the mound for the Mustangs will be number 5, Carter Daniel. As Loretto looking to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss to Lauderdale County at Lauderdale County this past Friday. As here's the lineup for the Mustangs with number 13, Mason Tibble over at shortstop. Number 4, Casey Springer, first base. Number 16, Clint Seymour, the catcher. Number 5, Carter Daniel will be starting on the mound. Number 3, Miles Moore will be in left field. Number 7, Jaden Aaron will be the designated hitter for the Mustangs. Number 11, Jackson Tragley will be in center field. 22, Lucas Laxton at second base. 23, Dylan Thompson in right field. And number 1, Grant Fisher will be at third base. As leading things off for the Tigers here in the top of the first, it will be number 14, the shortstop, Hunter Holt, with number 15, Carson Howe, the left fielder, on deck. As Loretto, they are in their cream-colored uniforms with black ball caps on. And the Tigers of Mount Pleasant, they will be in their away blue uniforms with red ball caps on. As Mount Pleasant, once again, they're looking to get their first win so far in district play. And Loretto still trying to stay undefeated within their district, but also, like I mentioned earlier, looking to bounce back after that loss to Lauderdale County. As we got Clint Seymour behind the plate. Haven't seen him behind the plate for the Mustangs in a little bit. And Carter Daniel on the mound once again, as he's been mainly a designated hitter for the Mustangs, but he'll be starting things off for them. As this is game 1 of this matchup between these two teams. They will be at Mount Pleasant tomorrow for game 2 of their series. And that is, depending on weather, though, there's some possible rain showers tomorrow, so we'll have to just see, and we'll keep you updated on the Exports Network with that. As leading things off again will be number 14, Hunter Holt. And it's time for Mustangs baseball here on the Exports Network. First pitch. That'll be swung on sent into right field. That'll get over the head of Springer. That will be a base hit. So, one pitch by Hunter Holt, and already runner over at first. As that will now bring up number 15, the left fielder, Carson Howell. Daniel already one pitch in for the Mustangs and a runner at first. And first hit recorded by the Tigers here in this game. Here's a pitch. That was a bunt attempt laid down. They're going to call a strike. Seymour, he'll throw over to second, not in time, and the runner will be safe. It's already counts 0-1 and a runner at second for the Tigers. Here's the one pitch by Daniel. That is another bunt attempt laid down. That will be fouled. Count now be 0-2. Daniel once again checks over at second. There's nothing's there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And caught him looking for the backwards K first out here in the top of the first. I will now bring up the opposing pitcher for Mount Pleasant, number 12, Hayden Holt, who was also a very good basketball player for the Tigers this past season as well. He's one of the seniors for this Mount Pleasant's team. Here's the first pitch. That'll be low and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That'll be swung on center right to Casey Springer. They'll throw over second. That's a double play for the Mustangs. So a line drive to Casey Springer. He throws over to second for the 3-6, and that will end the top of the first. We'll be back for the bottom of the first here next on the X Sports Network.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Loretto, as we're here for the bottom of the first between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers here in this district matchup, as first three are due up for their first at-bats here for the Mustangs, as leading things off for Loretto will be number 13, Mason Till, the shortstop. As it will be Till leading things off. Casey Springer, who's usually the 9-hole hitter for the Mustangs, he will be batting second in the lineup, and then in the hole will be number 16, Clint Seymour, today's catcher. As once again, starting on the mound will be number 12, Hayden Holt, who he was the last out for the top of the first after a line drive hit to Casey Springer for the 3-6 double play. Here's first pitch to Tibble. That'll be outside for ball one. There's a 1-0 pitch. That will also be outside, nearly in the same spot. Makes a 2-0 count now. Comes 2-0 pitch. That will be just low. Makes a 3-0 count now. Here comes 3-0 Tibble. That will be a 4-pitch walk, and already 4 pitches in by Holt. We got a runner on first for the Mustangs. I will now bring up the first baseman, number 4, Casey Springer, for the Mustangs.
The first baseman, number 4, Casey Springer.
His first pitch to Springer. That will be low for ball one. So far, 5 pitches already in for Holt, and he hasn't thrown a strike yet. There's the 1-0. That was swung on fouled. Count will now be 1-1. Tibble has a big lead over at first. They're going to throw over, not in time, and he will be safe. They tried to catch Tibble off guard, but he was able to slide and be safe over at first. 1-1 count still. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on, sent into the 5-6 gap, and that will be a base hit. Casey Springer will make his way over to first, and now runners on the corner for the Mustangs, and that's the first hit recorded by the Mustangs here in this ballgame. So both teams already here in this first inning have 1 hit Now brings up Clint Seymour for his first at bat for the Mustangs, and they have a chance to get an RBI here.
The catcher, number 16, Clint Seymour.
Here's first pitch to Seymour. That'll be high. They're going to throw over second. That's going to get away. And with that, Springer, he will take off for second. He will be safe, and also T will make his way home. And Loretto leads Mount Pleasant 1-0 now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Will be outside for ball 2. 2-0 count now. Springer has a big lead at second. And Holt will reset. Thought about picking over second. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. Loretto leads 1-0 after Tewell was able to steal home. Here comes the pitch. That'll be swung on. Good cut there. Count now be 2-1. Count was actually 2-2. My apologies. Here comes the pitch. That'll be hit on, sent over to second. And we'll scoop that up. That will be the first out here in the bottom of the first. But Springer will be able to make his way over to third. Another Mustang 90 feet from the plate. As that was number 17, Sheldon Christie, able to keep that one from and throw over at first. Now brings up the opposing pitcher, number 5, Carter Daniel, for his first at bat for the Mustangs. His first pitch. That'll be swung on, tipped into the backstop, makes the 0-1 count. As on deck for the Mustangs will be number 3, Miles Moore. And the 0-1 will be swung on, sent into right field. And they're able to get underneath that one. Springer, he'll tag up, he'll go home, and he will be safe. And the Mustangs now lead 2-0 after a fly out by Carter Daniel, but results in RBI.
The left fielder, number 3, Miles Moore.
That will now bring up the left fielder, Miles Moore, for the Mustangs as they lead 2-0 over the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That will be outside for ball 1. There's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 1-0 to Moore. That will be in there for strike 1 as Moore thought about swinging on that one. Comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be low for ball 2. Here's 2-1 pitch. That'll be low for ball 3, and now it's a hitter's count for Miles Moore. That one will be in there for strike 2. Now it makes the full count with 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here comes the full count pitch. That'll be swung on. That'll be fouled down the left field line. Looks like into Loretta's bullpen. Count will stay the same. Here's the full count pitch once again. Outside for ball 4, and Miles will make his way over to first base. That brings up the designated hitter, number 7, Jaden Aaron, for his first bat for the Mustangs. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, runner at first as Miles Moore after the walk issued. On deck will be number 11, the center fielder, Jackson Traglia. Moore has a big lead over at first. Here's the pitch. That'll be inside for ball 1. Aaron thought about swinging on that one. So here's the pitch. That'll be inside Moore. He will take off for a no throw. Moore's safe at second. As the count's 2-0 now for Aaron. Moore once again another big lead off at second. Holt checks behind him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Be just high and inside, 3-0 count. Comes 3-0 pitch. That will be low for ball 4 and another 4-pitch walk. It's back-to-back walks. As Hayden Holt still looking for his first strikeout. And that brings with center fielder once again. That will be number 11, Jackson Traglia, with runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the first pitch to Traglia. That'll be swung on, fouled, out of play. Count now be 0-1.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the center fielder, number 11, Jackson Traglia.
Here's 0-1 pitch. That'll be swung on for strike 2. Counts now 0-2 now. Comes the 0-2 pitch. That'll be swung on. That'll be sent over to first base, and that will be in time for the third out of the inning. So Loretto leaves 2 runners stranded on base, but also they tag on 2 runs. They lead 2-0. We'll be back for the top of the second here next on the X Sports Network.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Gary Lamb Field as we're here for today's matchup, this district matchup between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers, as Loretto was able to tag on 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. They now lead 2-0 over the Tigers, and it will be 4-5-6 due up for the Tigers, with leading things off number 16, Andrew Cummins, the designated hitter. Here's a pitch that will be fouled into Mount Pleasant dugout. That one will also be tip fouled. 0-2 count quickly. As Daniel so far for this ball game has 1 strikeout. See Carter Howell with the backwards K. That one is swung on 4 strike 3. Make it 2 strikeouts now for Carter Daniel.
The first baseman, number 7, Zion Hollis.
That brings up number 7, Zion Hollis, the first baseman, his first at bat for the Tigers. His first pitch, outside for ball 1. Just quickly 1 out already here in the top of the second. There's 1-0 pitch. He swung on 4 strike 1. He was a count up 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes the even pitch on the outside edge of the plate. 4 strike 2, 1-2 count. Here's Daniel with the pitch. That'll be swung on 4 strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts here for Carter Daniel. Now brings up number 2, the catcher, Peyton Boshears. Carter Daniel already 2 batters up and 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch in there for strike 1, and Daniel looks like he's getting a little bit of a groove here for the Mustangs. Comes the 0-1. That'll be swung on, tip fouled. 0-2 count now. Here comes the 0-2. So that'll be outside for ball 1. 1-2 pitch. Be low for ball 2. It was a count up 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Be high for ball 3, and that will make it a full count. Hollis able to battle his way back, or excuse me, Boshears able to battle his way back after being down the count 0-2. Here's a full count pitch. That'll be swung on, set right back over to Carter Daniel. So he'll throw an underhand pass to first, and that will end the top of the second. So Mount Pleasant not able to tag on any runs. They still trail Loretto 2-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the second here next on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back for the bottom of the second between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers here in this district matchup. As it has been the all Carter Daniel show here for the Mustangs. He's got 3 strikeouts already in this ball game. And leading things off for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the second will now be number 22, second baseman Lucas Laxon for his first at bat. With number 23, the right fielder Dylan Thompson on deck. Here's first pitch to Laxon. That'll be swung on. Be fouled near the Mount Pleasant dugout. Count will now be 0-1. One pitch. Let me swung on over to shortstop. Able to scoop it up is the third baseman over to first in time for the first out of the bottom of the second. So it looks like number 14, Hunter Holt, was going to scoop that one up. Instead, it was Jackson Lindsay able to get in front of it, throw it over first and in time for the first out. Now bring up number 23, Dylan Thompson, the right fielder, with the top of the lineup, Mason Tewell on deck. First pitch to Thompson. That'll be swung on, fouled. Here comes 0-1 pitch. I'll be in there for strike two. 0-2 count quickly here for Thompson. Here's the pitch. He swung on, fouled once again out of play. Count will stay the same. So once again, number 12, Hayden Holt, looking for his first strikeout here in this ball game. It was a big district matchup between both these teams. Loretto still looking to stay undefeated. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And caught him looking for the backwards K. First strikeout here for Hayden Holt. We'll now bring up the top of the lineup, number 13, Mason Tewell, for his second bat in this afternoon's ball game. It's his last at bat. He was walked after a 4-pitch walk issued by Hayden Holt.
Number 13, Mason Tewell.
There's two outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. He swung on, sent down the left field line, fouled for the 0-1 count now. As the lights have came on here at Gary Lamb Field. This game was originally supposed to start at 6. Got backed up 6:30. Pitch will be inside. Counts 1-1. That's due to a little bit of rain showers and having to get the field prepped and ready, pulling the tarp off the field. We're got some action here in Loretto. Here's the pitch. So that'll be outside. It's a 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. It'll be swung on once again. Foul nearly in the same spot. Count will now be 2-2. Here's pitch to Tewell. Outside for ball 3, and the count will now be full for Mason Tewell. His on deck for the Mustangs will be number 4, Casey Springer, after he sent a single into left field. Here's full count pitch. He swung on. That will be a fair ball. That will be down the left field line, and that will be a base hit for Mason Tewell. He'll go around first. He'll be safe at second, and that will be a double for Mason Tewell. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. That's the second hit now for the Mustangs. Got a runner at second. That last hit by Mason Tewell looked like it possibly was fouled, but was able to get just inside the line of play for the fair ball.
Stepping in for the Mustangs, number 4,
Once again, number 4, Cason Springer. His second at bat for the Mustangs after he had a single between the 5-6 gap in left field. Till has a big lead over at second. Here's the pitch to Springer. He'll be fouled, tipped off his bat for the 0-1 count now. So looking to pick over at second, not in time. Able to get a hold of Tidwell. Count will still be 0-1. So that was Holt throwing over Christie at second. Looking to get Tidwell out for the third out. Here's the pitch to Springer. Swung on for strike 2, 0-2 count for Cason Springer. Here's the pitch. He swung on, that'll be popped up. Fouled out of play. Count will stay the same at 0-2. So on deck for the Mustangs will be number 16, Clint Seymour. Here comes the pitch. Will be swung on foul once again. Still was looking to take off for third. Have to make his way back over to second now. Good battle between Springer and Holt right now. It's 12 Hayden Holt, that is. I'm assuming number 12 and number 14, Hayden Holt and Hunter Holt, are brothers. And he will send that into center field. So that's got a little bit of distance to it. That will go all the way to the wall. That will be a base hit by Cason Springer. They can't find the baseball. He will round second. He will be safe at third, and that will be a RBI triple for Cason Springer. As that had the distance, it went all the way to the wall. The Tigers couldn't find the baseball. Now the Mustangs lead 3-0. That's a second RBI here for the Mustangs here in this ball game. They now lead 3-0 after the RBI triple by Cason Springer into center field. Here's the pitch to Seymour. That will be sent into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. That will be an RBI. Seymour, he's looking to go to second. As Coach Weather, he's going to wait for third, and that will be another RBI triple here for the Mustangs. As back-to-back RBI triples, that is. We'll have a courtesy runner come in. That will be number 15, Hayden Buttram, now over at third. And another runner in position for the Mustangs. They now lead 4-0 with Carter Daniel at the plate. As his last at-bat had a fly out into right field, but with that, managed to bring in an RBI. Here's the pitch. It'll be in there for strike one. As the Mustangs now already have 4 hits in this ball game, and it's only the bottom of the second. Here comes the 0-1. That'll be low for ball one. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Be swung on sent into right field. Looks like it's in foul territory. Be in Mount Pleasant's bullpen. Count now be 1-2. 1-2 pitch to Daniel. That'll be swung on. Sent into right field. That will be a base hit for Carter Daniel. That's another RBI for the Mustangs. So Daniel, that'd be RBI single. As he's already got 2 RBIs now for the Mustangs in this ball game. Now brings up number 3, Miles Moore. We got another Kersey runner coming in. It'll be number 19, Braden Bennett, as the Mustangs now lead 5-0 here early in this ball game.
Number 3, Miles Moore.
So Miles Moore, his last at bat was walked by Hayden Holt, as Bennett has a big lead over at first. Here's the pitch. Somebody tip fouled. Count now will be 0-1. Holt now with 0-1 pitch to Moores. That will be high and away for ball 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, as Loretto leads 5-0 over the Tigers of Mount Pleasant. One pitch. Swung on once again. Fouled out of play. 1-2 count for Miles Moore now. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Moores. That'll be swung on. That will be in the 3-4 gap, and that's another base hit for the Mustangs. Bennett, he will be safe at third. Runners on the corner for the Mustangs after the 3-4 base hit between the gaps by Miles Moore. The bats have started to come alive here for the Mustangs, as they already have 6 hits here in this ball game. Now brings up number 7, the designated hitter, Jaden Aaron, who was also walked his last at bat, with number 11, Jackson Tragley, on deck. Yeah, number 2, Peyton Bo Shears for the Tigers. The catcher calls time and calls the play. Here's pitch to Aaron. Swung on, fouled down the left field line. 0-1 count. Here's 0-1 pitch. Be inside for ball 1 more. He will take off for a second. That gets over the head, and Bennett will score. Moore will make his way over at third, and he will be safe there. He stole second, made his way to third. Runner scores. Loretto leads 6-0. That last pitch was a ball, 1-1 count. Still 2 outs. Runner at third, 90 feet from the plate for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 2. This was the second error for the Tigers here in this ball game, as it has been all Loretto so far here today. Or excuse me, this afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. Here's a pitch. That will be low for ball 3. Hitters count now for Jaden Aaron. Here's Holt with a 3-1 pitch. And on the outside edge of plate, full count now for Jaden Aaron. Here's a pitch. Tipped by Aaron. Count will stay the same at full. That was tipped into the backstop. Here's full count pitch once again. Swung on, sent over to shortstop. And it's going to get away from. That'll be a run scored, and Aaron will be safe at first. Loretto now leads 7-0 after the RBI single. That one got away from Hunter Holt. So he was able to stay in front of it, but wasn't able to keep a hold of it. That's the third error now for the Tigers. We'll now bring up number 11, Jackson Tragley, for his second at bat. It's his first at bat, had a ground out. As runner at first now for the Mustangs. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. As Loretto leads 7-0 over the Tigers of Mount Pleasant here in this district matchup. First time these two teams have seen each other so far this season. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. Aaron, he will take off, and he will be in time, and that will end the bottom of the second. So Loretto able to tag on 5 runs here in the bottom of the second. They now lead 7-0. We'll be back for the top of the third here next on the Exports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here in the top of the third inning between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers, as Loretto was able to tag on 5 runs in the bottom of the second. They now lead 7-0 over the Tigers. And it's here in the top of the third. Leading things off will be number 11, the third baseman, Jackson Lindsay, for his first at bat. As this is the 7, 8, 9 lineup for the Tigers. As Daniel once again on the mound for Loretto. So he has 3 strikeouts so far in this ball game.
Number 11, Jackson Lindsay.
His first pitch by Daniel. He swung on for strike 1. Here's the second pitch, outside for ball 1. Makes one count 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on over to third to Grant Fisher. He's able to get in front of it. Throws over to first in time for the first out here in the top of the third. Fisher lost his hat on the play, but was able to manage to get the first out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Preston Haywood.
Brings up the right fielder, number 1, Preston Haywood, for the Tigers. As they're just desperately looking to get something going. Here's the pitch. It'll be high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 count. Swung on for strike 1. One's across the board now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top of the third. Comes the even count. Just low and outside for the 2-1 count for Haywood. 2-1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Daniel. Been very dangerous for these Mustangs so far. As soon as he gets the ball back from the catcher, Clint Seymour, he's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on 4 strike 3, 4 strikeout here for Carter Daniel in this ball game. 2 outs now quickly already here in the top of the third. Now brings up the 9-hole hitter, number 8, Jordan Clinskale, the center fielder. And then on deck will be number 14, Hunter Holt. Here's the pitch, swung on 4 strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. High for ball 1. He was count up. Here comes the 1-1 from Daniel. Outside for ball 2. Again, first time these two teams have met so far this season. Here's 2-1 pitch. It'll be low for ball 3. 3-1 count as these two will meet each other once again tomorrow night at Mount Pleasant, weather permitting. 3-1 count. Be high for ball 4, and that's the first walk here by Carter Daniel in this ball game.
Number 14.
Now bring up number 14, Hunter Holt, the top of the lineup for the Tigers. Last at bat had a single sent into right field for the lone hit for the Tigers in this ball game. As Clinsko has a big lead over at first. That will be sent into the 4-6 gap, and that will be a base hit to center field. It's another single here for Hunter Holt. Runners at first and second for the Tigers now.
Number 15, Carson Howell.
Good job there by Hunter Holt being able to hit the gaps in the Loretto defense. Howell back up to the plate. That will be swung on 4 strike 1 as Howell, his last at bat, was struck out by Carter Daniel early in the top of the first. 0-1 pitch. Low for ball 1. Count evens up at 1. 1-1. Swung on foul down the left field line. Count now be 1-2. Here's the pitch by Daniel. Outside for ball 2. He was count up. Now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the top of the third, the Mustangs lead the Tigers 7-0 here in this district matchup. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 3, and that will make it a full count once again for Carter Daniel. Full count pitch. And caught him for the strikeout, and that will end the top of the third. So Carter Daniel able to strike out Carson Howell for his second strikeout. We'll be back for the bottom of the third here next on the Exports Network.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gaines Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through all of life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage for life, accident, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize plans for every need. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987. Contact Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Teagan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Teagan's Food Store today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back here at the bottom of the third inning between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers here in this district matchup, as Carter Daniel was able to strike out Carson Howell in the top of the third, as they lead still 7-0. New pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. That will actually be Carson Howell. Here's the first pitch. Be high and away for ball one, as that is Jackson Traglia once again at the plate after the pickoff in the bottom of the second. Thrown over to second as Jaden Aaron was thrown out. Here's the 1-0 Traglia. Be high for ball two. To a pitch. And that will hit Traglia. Looks like on the elbow area, and he will trot over to first. So already runner on first for the Mustangs. Now brings up number 22, Lucas Laxon. He is 0 for 1 on the day so far, and he's looking to change that narrative. As on deck, throw to first, not in time. They were trying to get Traglia. On deck for the Mustangs will be number 23, the 9-hole hitter, Dylan Thompson. Pitch now by Howell. Let me swung on, popped up in the infield. As that will be the first out here in the inning. That was the first baseman. That is Zion Hollis with the catch. One out now. Brings up number 23, Dylan Thompson, who he was struck out his first at bat. And on deck will be number 13, Mason Tidwell. Traglia still on first for the Mustang. One out. Here's the pitch. That'll be inside. They throw over. That's going to get away. Traglia, he'll take off for third. And another error here by the Tigers, fourth in the ball game. Traglia was at first, and now he is 90 feet away from the plate. So that last pitch was inside for a ball, 1-0 count for Dylan Thompson. Here's pitching out by Howell. That'll be swung on. See, in the left field, that'll be a base hit and an RBI for Dylan Thompson, as he will make his way over to first. With that, Loretto now leads 8-0 over Mount Pleasant. And it will bring up the top of the lineup, Mason Tidwell, back up to the plate. His last at bat had a double for the Mustangs. So that's the 7th hit now for the Mustangs this ball game. One out here in the bottom of the third. They pick over to first, not in time. That almost got away from Hollis. Here's pitch. That will be inside for ball one. And so far, the Mustangs have scored in every inning in this ball game. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up in the infield, thrown over to third. Excuse me, that was actually the third baseman able to get underneath that one. Jackson Lindsay 2 outs now here in the bottom of the third against the Mustangs. Which will bring up number 4, Cason Springer, who his last at bat had a RBI triple. So he is 2 for 2 on the day.
Number 4, Cason Springer.
They pick over the first, not in time. And on deck for the Mustangs will be number 16, Clint Seymour. First pitch to Springer. Swings on that one. That gets by the first baseman. That will be a base hit for the Mustangs. That's Thompson. He's able to get the third and runners. That's going to get away. Thompson, he's actually going to score. And that will be a RBI double here by Cason Springer. They now lead 9-0. As it has been all Mustangs so far in this ball game. Springer safe at second, 2 outs. Now brings up the catcher, Clint Seymour. As the Mustangs now lead 9-0. As they have 8 hits in this ball game, as the Tigers have 5 errors, and it's only the bottom of the third. Pitch to Seymour. That'll be in there for strike 1. Seymour, his last bat, also had a RBI triple. That'll be outside for ball 1. See, sent a nuke into center field. That got down. One pitch. Seymour, he will swing at that one, fouled out of play. Count will be 1-2 now. Yes. On deck for the Mustangs will be the opposing pitcher, number 5, Carter Daniel. Pitch Seymour. Swings at that one into left field. Fouled out of foul territory. Count will stay the same at 1-2. There was a Tiger over there at left field almost being able to make the play. I can't exactly make out who that is. As the Mustangs have tacked on 2 runs in the bottom of the first, 5 in the bottom of the second, and 2 now here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Swung on once again, fouled. And good battle between Carson Howell and Clint Seymour. Comes the 1-2 pitch once again. Inside ball 2. And Springer, he'll take off for third, and he will be safe. So now once again, another runner for the Mustangs, 90 feet from the plate over at third. Counts 2-2. Here's a pitch by Howell. Outside for ball 3, and that'll make it a full count for Clint Seymour. Full count pitch. That will be thrown behind. And Springer, he'll take off. That got away from the catcher, and that will now be 10-0 for the Mustangs. Time will be called. Seymour will get a courtesy runner. Looks like that will be number 15, Hayden Buttram. And that was thrown behind Clint Seymour. Got away from Bo Shears behind the plate And Spring was able to take off and get another run for the Mustangs. They lead 10-0.
Number 5, Carter Daniel.
Now brings up the opposing pitcher, number 5, Carter Daniel, who had a RBI single his last at bat. He's got 2 RBIs in this ball game, actually. One in the bottom of the first, another in the bottom of the second. That will be thrown inside for ball 1. Still 2 outs. Buttram over at first after a walk issued by Howell to Clint Seymour. 1-0 pitch. Be swung on, tipped by Carter Daniel. Count will be 1-1. As Daniel wanted to get a piece of that one. If he did, that probably would have been gone and out of the ballpark. They pick over to first, not in time to get Buttram. Count will still be 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the even count. Be high for ball 2. And boy, whoa, that was too close to call. As both shears as Buttram really wasn't paying much attention. They threw over to first, and really neither team was paying attention to try to get that third out. 2-1. Swung on sent into right field. That will get down for a base hit. Buttram, he will stay put over at second base, and that is another hit by Carter Daniel. Got time called. Courtesy runner once again will come in for the Mustangs. That looks like it'll be number 19, Braden Bennett. So still 2 outs, brings up Miles Moore once again. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs as they lead 10-0 here in this district matchup. Then again, both these teams will be seeing each other tomorrow night out in Mount Pleasant for Game 2 of this series, depending on weather. Miles Moore, his last bat, had a single for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. As it has been nothing but pure Loretto dominance in this ball game as their bats have been on fire. They have 9 hits. Here's the pitch now. Outside for ball 2. As Howell still looking for his first strikeout, trying to get in a groove for these Tigers and get some daylight in this ball game. Here's the pitch. He swung on, tipped. The backstop, 2-1. Outside for ball 3. Hitters count now for Miles Moore. Here's pitch. That throw over to second. That's going to get away. Braden, he will take off for second. Or excuse me, Buttram, he'll take off for second. And runners will advance. As Howell tried to pick over to second, got away from Hunter Holt into center field, and both runners advance. Buttram over at third and Braden Bennett at second for the Mustangs. Count still 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Full count for Miles Moore now. Here comes full count pitch. Swung on, sent into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Miles Moore, he will take off for second. He will be safe. He will be able to slide and be safe for the 2 RBI double, and now Loretto leads 12-0. As Moore crushed that one into right center field to get down for a 2 RBI double here in the bottom of the third. That brings up number 1. Grant Fisher, his first at bat as he comes in for the designated hitter, number 7, Jaden Aaron. Fisher's played third today here for the Mustangs. Has 10 hits already in this ball game, and it's only the bottom of the third. They lead the Tigers 12-0. And here's pitch to Fisher. High, 4-1. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Mount Pleasant trying to get out of this inning with no more damage being done. 1-0 pitch to Fisher. And that's going to get behind him as Moore thought about taking off for third. He's just going to stay put at second now. It looked like that was going to hit Grant Fisher close to the back. If not, almost got a piece of his jersey count still. 2-0, my apologies. And it's Bosher and Howell will have a mound discussion, trying to encourage his pitcher. And again, Mount Pleasant looking to get their first win in district play. They're 0-2 within the district after 2 losses to Summertown, while the Mustangs of Loretto are 2-0 actually in their district, looking to stay undefeated here tonight. Here's the pitch. That'll be high for ball 3, 3-0 count. Pitch, swung on 4, strike 1. On deck will be number 11, Jackson Traglia for the Mustangs. 3-1 pitch. So that will be outside and thrown behind Grant Fisher, and he will make his way over to first. Now brings up the center fielder, Jackson Traglia, after his last at bat was hit by the pitch. Pitch Traglia, as that will be popped up into right field. That will be second baseman able to get underneath that one, and that will end the bottom of the third inning. So Loretto able to tag on 5 more runs. They now lead 12-0. We will be back for the top of the fourth here next on the X Sports Network.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here at the top of the fourth inning between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers, is Loretto so able to tag on 5 more runs in the bottom of the third. They now lead 12-0 over the Tigers here in this district matchup. It's a little bit of rotations here in this ball game as Daniel will stay on the mound. Looks like Lucas Lax will be at third. Rayleigh Ellis is behind the plate. That will be number 24. Caden Rogers at second. Hayden Butcherman at first and Grant Fisher at short. Traglia will stay in center. Here's the first pitch. That will be outside for ball 1. As leading off for the Tigers will be the second baseman now, number 12, Hayden Holt, who started on the mound for the Tigers. 1-0 pitch now. That'll be swung on, fouled out of play. 1-1 count. That was a 1-1 pitch. Be high for ball 2. And that will be Braden Bennett in right field. Excuse me, in left field. And here's the pitch. I'm not exactly sure who that is in right field. That will be outside for ball 3. Here's count. In there for strike 2. Daniel able to battle his way back. It's full count now. Pitch by Daniel. So it'll be swung on, foul down the right field line. Count will stay the same at full. Daniel so far in this ballgame has 5 strikeouts compared to 2 pitchers for that is number 23 in right field. Dylan Thompson still.
Number 16, Andrew Cummins.
That will be a walk issued. Pitch will be in there for strike 1. Brings up number 16, Andrew Cummins, the designated hitter for the Tigers. Last bat was struck out. 0-1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2. 0-2 count for Cummins. Then again, Daniel has 5 strikeouts here for the Mustangs compared to Mount Pleasant, who had 2 pitchers on the mound combined for 1. 0-2 pitch. That'll be swung on, sent over to Fisher. He's able to scoop it up, throws it over to second, over to first, in time for the double play. What a play there. It's a 6-4-3 sequence here by the Mustangs. 2 outs quickly now here in the top of the 4th.
Number 7, Zion Hollis.
Brings up number 7, Zion Hollis, the first baseman, who is also a strikeout. His first bat, pitch to Hollis, swung on for strike 1. Pitch to Hollis. That will be low for ball 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. That one will get away from Ellis. That was high for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. He swung on, tipped into the back net. He was counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes. So on deck for the Tigers will be number 2, the catcher Peyton Boshears. Comes 2-2 pitch. And caught him looking for the 6th strikeout now for Carter Daniel, and that will end the top of the 4th as they still lead the Tigers 12-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th here next on the Exports Network.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here in the bottom of the fourth, between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers, as the Mustangs lead the Tigers 12-0 here in this district matchup. As a new pitcher on the mound for the Tigers, that will be number 7, Zion Hollis, who was previously on first base. And leading off for the Mustangs, looks like that will be, can't really tell who that is. I'm trying to look at the uniform. I know it was supposed to be, it is Lucas Laxon actually. They was originally at second base. As it has been all Loretto in this ball game, as they have scored runs in each of their innings at bats. As Lucas Laxon will be at the plate leading off for the Mustangs with number 23, the right fielder Dylan Thompson, on deck. Then again, I'd like to remind you, these two teams will be facing off once again tomorrow at Mount Pleasant for Game 2 of their series in district play. That is weather permitting, as possible rain showers and thunderstorms in the area. We will keep you updated, though, about that on the X Sports Network. As this game was originally supposed to start at 6 p.m. here, but due to spot up showers in the area and having to get the field prepped and ready to go, get the tarp off the field, had to back the game up to 6:30. As Lucas Laxon will step into the batter's box. Here's the first pitch to Hollis. On the outside edge of plate for strike one. As Hollis now the third pitcher here for the Tigers in this ball game, and only one strikeout from the pitching staff. 0-1 pitch. That'll be high for ball one. It's counted 1 ball, 1 strike. And on the other side for the Mustangs, it has been all Carter Daniel with 6 strikeouts here for the Mustangs. Outside for ball 2. Comes the 2-1 pitch. He swung on. That'll be fouled out of play. Count will be 2-2. Even count now. He swung on, fouled once again. As Laxon tried to reach that one for him, almost out of the reach, but was able to get a hold of it. The count will stay the same. This pitch once again. He swung on. That one will be fouled down left field line. And goodbye between Laxon and Hollis. Laxon, his last at-bat for the Mustangs, had a fly out. 2-2. Swung on, tipped in the backstop. Here comes the pitch once again. That'll be swung on, sent over into left field. That will get down for a base hit over the shortstop's head, and Laxon will be safe at first. Another hit for the Mustangs. That is the 11th hit in this ball game. Brings up 9-hole hitter, number 23, Dylan Thompson, with number 24, Caden Rogerson, on deck.
Number 23, Dylan Thompson.
First pitch now to Thompson. That'll be low for ball 1. Hollis thought about picking over at first, decides to fake one and reset. Again, Laxton has a big lead over at first. Here's 1-0 pitch. That'll be way inside 4-2. Thompson able to get away from that one. Looked like it was coming right towards him, but was able to dodge in time. Two-oh count. Outside, that will get away as Lucas Laxton, he will take off for second, and he will be there for a no throw, and runner will advance. Still no outs here. Runner at second for the Mustangs as they lead the Tigers of Mount Pleasant 12-0. Three-oh pitch. And that one is going to hit Dylan Thompson in the head. That's a 4-pitch walk. Looks like Thompson is okay. He's going to try over to first. And runners at first and second now for the Mustangs. I'll now bring up number 24, Caden Rogerson. His first at-bat for the Mustangs here in this ball game.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 24, Vinny Veloz.
Here's the pitch. Be low for ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Rogerson. So that'll be inside and high 4-2. 2-0 count for Caden Rogerson.
Batting for the Mustangs, Caden Rogerson.
As both runners have big leads at first and second for the Mustangs. Still no outs. Here comes the 2-0 thrown by Hollis. That will be high and inside 4-3 once again. As on deck for the Mustangs will be number 15, Hayden Buttram. 3-0 pitch. That will be in there for strike one. 3-1 count now for Rogerson. And it is completely dark here tonight with the lights out here at Gary Lamb Field. Here's count now. That'll be high 4-4, and now the bases are loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Hayden Buntram now up to the plate for the Mustangs for his first at-bat. And number 10, Rayleigh Ellis on deck.
Now batting number 15, Hayden Buttram.
First pitch to Buttram, so that will be inside 4-1. As the Mustangs lead the Tigers 12-0 here in the bottom of the fourth in this district matchup. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike one. He was counted 1-1 strike. Haven't really seen Buttram at the plate much throughout the season, but seen him quite a bit on the mound for the Mustangs. 1-1 pitch. In there for strike two. 1-2 count now for Hollis. So he's looking for his first strikeout. One-two pitch. That'll be into center field. And that will get down for a base hit. Runners will take off. And that will score another run. Laxton will be safe at home as Buttram was able to send one into center field. Clinskale wasn't able to collect it got away from him. The sixth error, my apologies, for the Tigers. And the Mustangs now lead 13-0.
Number 10, Riley Ellis.
Brings up number 10, Rayleigh Ellis. Still no outs. Comes pitch to Ellis. Just outside for ball one. One-oh pitch now. Ellis swung on that one. Wasn't able to make contact. Count ends up 1 apiece. Here comes 1-1. That'll be outside for ball two. Here's 2-1. High and inside for ball three. Here's count now. Here's the pitch to Ellis. Just on the outside edge of plate for strike two. It's count up 3 balls, 2 strikes. This time will be called. Pitch to Ellis. Swung on for strike three. First strikeout by Hollis. Second strikeout now by the Tigers pitching staff. Brings up number 62, Vinny Velosa. His first at bat in this ball game.
Vinny Velos.
Velos, my apologies. Thought I saw an A there at the end. Base is still loaded, 1 out. Here's the first pitch. High for ball one. Was the 1-0 pitch. He swung on into Mount Pleasant's dugout. Count will even up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. One pitch. He swung on, sent over to second. And they will throw over to first in time, but that will be a RBI for Velosa. Now the Mustangs lead 14-0 with runners at second and third, 2 outs now in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up number 19, Braden Bennett. Here's the pitch now. Be
Now batting for the Mustangs.
in there for strike one.
Braden Bennett.
Pitch now. Sent over to second. That gets away from him. That'll be another base hit. And that'll be another run scored as Mustangs now lead 15-0. Now Grant Fisher will be at the plate for the Mustangs with runners at first and second as they now lead 15-0 over Mount Pleasant.
Number 1, Grant Fisher.
Grant Fisher, who started over at third for the Mustangs, was moved over to short after the lineup change. First pitch to Fisher. Low 4-1. And they're going to fake a throw over to first. As Hollis will reset. Comes the pitch. That will be low for ball 2. Everybody's going to stay put. Number 11, Jackson Tragley, will be on deck for the Mustangs. And Fisher, his last at-bat, was walked by Carson Howell earlier. Here comes the 2-0. In there for strike one, 2-1 count. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on, sent down the left field line. Count will even up at 2. Also a reset on the mound. Two-two pitch. Swung on into foul territory, close to Mount Pleasant's dugout. Count will stay the same. Pitch now as that will hit Fisher in the back. Bases loaded once again. Cotham be a lineup change. Looks like he will come in for Jackson Traglia. And Lucas Laxon will be on deck for the Mustangs. Bases loaded. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The Mustangs lead the Tigers of Mount Pleasant 15-0.
Now batting number 17, Chase Cotham.
That'll be in there for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Low 4-1. He was counting up. Here's 1-1 now. That will hit Cotham in the back, and that'll be a run scored for Loretto. It's back-to-back hit by pitches. And that will actually now be number 21. Jack Vandy Griff.
Number 21, Jack Vandigriff.
Still 2 outs, bases loaded yet again. Loretto leads 16-0. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Swung on, tip fouled. 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2 by Hollis. Outside 4, ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Let me swing and miss for strike 3, and that will end the bottom of the 4th. As Loretto tags on 4 more runs, they now lead 16-0. We'll be back for the top of the 5th here next on the X Sports Network.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Gary Land Field, as it has been all Loretto here in today's matchup between your Loretto Mustangs and the Mount Pleasant Tigers, as the Mustangs lead the Tigers 16-0 here to start off the top of the 5th. Is on the mound still Carter Daniel. He's been sensational for the Mustangs with 6 strikeouts. And leading off will be number 9. That will be Tucker Jones for his first at bat for the Tigers.
Now batting number 9, Tucker Jones.
First pitch by Daniel. In there for strike 1. Comes 0-1. That'll be low and inside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-1. That'll be swung on, check foul, or excuse me, check swing. Makes count 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. That will be the 7th strikeout now for Carter Daniel. That brings up number 10. That will be Brody O'Field. His first at bat. There's 1 out now here on the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Be in there for strike 1, and just Carter Daniel's been on a heater for the Mustangs. Comes the pitch. In there for strike 2, and already ahead in the count 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Caught him looking for the backwards K, back-to-back strikeouts for Carter Daniel. Now that will be number 21, JoJo Connor, his first at bat as well for the Tigers. After back-to-back strikeouts by Carter Daniel. Here's the pitch now. That will be swung on for strike 1, a little outside. 0-1 pitch. High 4-1. 1-1 count now. Comes the pitch. In there for strike 2. Daniel gets a hand once again. One-two pitch now. Caught him looking once again. 3 strikeouts in a row. Carter Daniel, that is 8 strikeouts now. Or 9 strikeouts, and that will end this ball game. As Loretto will defeat Mount Pleasant 16-0. They will improve to 12-3 overall, 3-0 within the district. Mount Pleasant will fall to 6-8 overall and 0-3 in the district. So these two teams they're supposed to be meeting up once again at Mount Pleasant for Game 2 of this series in this district matchup. Pending on weather, we will keep you updated on the Exports Network. But for now, this is Hayden Burks on the call, joined alongside my producer extraordinaire. We will see y'all tomorrow night. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.